Welcome back to the Angry Man Podcast with Jason and Greg. So, Jay, we've been out for maybe about a week and a half or so. A lot of things have been going on. I want to congratulate you on the purchase of your new luxurious home. Congratulations to that. And I've been traveling for the last 11 days. So it's been a lot going on. But we got to jump back into the world of boxing and let everybody know what's going on currently in the sport. So let's jump into that. But before we jump into that, Jay, we need to talk to the people who are new to the channel. You are a very special guest to the channel. You're new. This is the Angry Man Podcast, AM Sports Media, where we're always dropping boxing related content. So make sure that you become a subscriber. And for those of you who are regular patrons of the channel, make sure you smash the like button or the dislike button if you don't like the content, but make sure that you are engaging. Now, Jay, of course, we are the resident Terence Crawford hate channel, as many people will say, regardless of what it is that we say. But, you know, so often, Jay, we bring facts, we bring support, we bring some of the commentary that we hear from other people in the sport. And this is no exception to that, right? Oscar De La Hoya just went on record to speak to a major problem that Terence Crawford is going to have going into a fight with Canelo Alvarez. And it's a topic that we've talked about in the past. Now, the way that people want to frame this particular fight is that, you know, Terence Crawford has the skill set. In many occasions, he's been compared to Floyd Mayweather in terms of his overall ability. And if Floyd was able to outbox Canelo Alvarez, then certainly Terence Crawford can do the same. I have argued on multiple occasions that, and you have argued as well, that Terence Crawford is not Floyd Mayweather. Number one, I don't think he's on that level of skill, in my personal opinion. But then number two, Terence Crawford has a completely different style than Floyd Mayweather. Then we started to go into certain conversations about overall measurables. I had never heard that term prior to Terence Crawford. The measurables, you know, are going to play a part. He is about the same height as Canelo Alvarez, but has a longer reach. So those are all the things that we've heard. Now, we are on record stating that Terence Crawford, I think we feel that he's a great fighter, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, we feel that he's a great fighter, right?
Absolutely.
I think he's a great fighter. However, I do believe that he is a product to a certain extent of matchmaking. Now, we've heard other people say this as well. We just saw Lonnie B, the guy that used to be at the Floyd Mayweather gym, say the exact same thing. That he feels that he's not Floyd and that he's been somewhat the product of matchmaking. But just because you feel that he's been somewhat the product of matchmaking doesn't mean that he's not a great fighter. It just means that certain things have occurred in his career, right, that were circumstances of the opponents that he fought and when he fought them. Kell Brook, Sean Porter, Errol Spence. They seem to always have these circumstances around them, right? And so when people say he's kind of different, maybe he is different, but they are leaning on him being different, him having the measurables, him being similar to Floyd to go up and beat somebody like Canelo Alvarez. That's pretty much the narrative. Am I missing anything?
Nah, spot on so far.
Okay. So those are the underlying narratives that we've heard from Terence Crawford fans. But then when you point out things like, well, he didn't really look that good against Madrimov, oh, that's completely dismissed. Oh, Madrimov is like a top two fighter. Yeah. He's way up here. Did you see? He fought a completely different style, Greg. Did you not see the style that he fought? It was completely different. The guy didn't do anything that he would normally do. They're dismissing the fact. They're dismissing the fact, Jay, that that's what fighters do. They add wrinkles so that you can't pick up on what it is. So you want me to come out there and fight exactly the way that you want me to fight so you can pick apart how I fight? No, I'm going to give you something that may look a little bit different to you. If Terence Crawford is as great as you guys say he is, he should have. They say he downloads information and processes, and then, well, I didn't see it. That was a close fight. What? But here's the other thing that they dismiss, and this is what Oscar De La Hoya really went into. We saw him in the ring rocked several times. We saw him rocked by Mimashi. We saw him rocked by Gamboa. And Oscar De La Hoya says when Canelo hits him, that is when Terence Crawford will have some major problems. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can find the exact quote real quick from Oscar De La Hoya, in which he said, let's see. He said, I thought I had it pulled up here, but I don't have the exact quote pulled up. But regardless of that, Jay, that is going to be a major issue when Terence Crawford actually gets hit by Canelo Alvarez. That will be the problem that we have. Terence Crawford, I don't care how big he looks, and I've seen him recently. He looks big, he looks muscular, he looks bulked up, Jay. He walk around here like this. Guess what? All that muscle gonna make it more difficult to get leverage on your shots. Your frame, your skeletal frame is still the same size. You're still a smaller guy. So that's where the challenge is gonna come in at, and potentially how Terence Crawford could get knocked out. Jay, what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, the thing with Bud, he likes to fight. You know, he gets it, he's gonna get angry. He might go out there, open himself up. Key thing is, can he take Canelo's power? That's the thing. Everyone, I mean, it's amazing to me that everyone's been on the channel on our live that we do on Sundays at 4 p.m. Eastern time, saying, "Oh, Bud's going to knock Canelo out." We haven't seen Canelo even touch the canvas. We've only seen him really hurt one time. One time. When Gamboa and Bud, that was about 10 years ago, 10, 11 years ago. But he recently got hurt by a Mean Machine, 2019. That's within the last 6 years. You know, he gets hit. You know, and Canelo can crack. And I'm not a Canelo fan. Y'all know this. Y'all know I don't like Canelo.
Can I ask you a question, Jay? Can I ask you a question? Name the last fighter that you've seen Terence Crawford in the ring with that you would say is a big puncher.
Ooh. That's a good one.
I've never seen him in the ring with a big. Not that I can think of. Mean Machine was a pretty big puncher.
To counter that, they're going to say, "Well, Canelo hasn't knocked anyone out since Caleb Plant."
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
But what he has done, he's dropped every opponent since Caleb Plant, except for William Skull. And when he was running on a bike, he was getting his no allows on in that ring. So that's totally different. But I mean, that's the thing is, I'm like, Canelo can still hurt you. Will he get rid of you? That's another discussion. But we've seen Bud get cracked before. So if he can take Canelo's power, that's a different story. That's what we're going to see happen on September 13th when they fight. If he can take that power, a lot of people question that because we've seen him rock before by less punchers. Punchers not nowhere near like Canelo. And people that saying he's going to knock Canelo out like easy work. Canelo's been in with bigger punchers than Bud. Easily. So, I mean, he fought the monster Sergey Kovalev. He fought Triple G. You know, he's been in with Danny Jacobs, other people that can really crack like that, supposedly. So we'll see, but it's concerned. If he can take the power, then that's one thing.
You guys let us know what you think in the comment section in regards to this. Don't forget to hate, like, comment, and subscribe. This is the Angry Man Podcast on Sports Media, and we are out.